Konnichiwa, hello and welcome back to the Zen No 2014 World Table Tennis Championships here for the team events. Very warm welcome indeed. Back to the action as the players just shake hands. I'm Johnny Cowan. I'm delighted to be with you here for the match on screen. Korea Republic versus Singapore, and I'm delighted to be sat alongside the man with many talents and experiences in the world of table tennis, Mr. Don Parker. Don, how are you doing?
Hi Johnny, doing absolutely fine. Always a pleasure to sit next to you in the commentary box. Of course, we last did this 12 months ago at the World Championships in Paris. And indeed, we've got a very interesting match in front of us here between Singapore and the Korea Republic. Two top teams in the group, both unbeaten at this stage, 3 victories each. Of course, what's at stake basically here is both teams are through to the next stage. If you win the group, and I suspect the team that wins here will win the group, then you go straight through to the quarterfinals. The teams that finish second and third in the group progress through to the next stage. However, they have to play a last 16 match, and that can be crucial. A day off, a morning off, a little bit of extra practice, not quite as much pressure. So even though both teams are through, the two coaches will be very, very keen to win this match, to head up the group and to get an automatic place in the quarterfinals. So a lot at stake, Johnny.
Absolutely, and as you say, both these teams top Group C at the moment. This is the fourth match for these players, for these teams. And as you say, Don, they've had a little bit of trouble, both of them. The Netherlands seemingly causing the consistent trouble. Republic of Korea won 3-2, and Singapore beat the Netherlands 3-1. So they haven't come through here easily so far. And I'm sure we're on for a world-class show. The crowd have been fantastic already this morning here in the Yoyogi Gymnasium, where, of course, Don, the World Championships were back in 1983.
Absolutely, Johnny. Fond memories of being here in '83. I was a young England coach in those days. England had an amazing championship. Actually ended up with a team medal in the men's. There's a very young Carl Preen playing, who did exceptionally well, along with Desmond Douglas, of course. Fond memories for the English supporters.
Indeed, and who will have fond memories this time around? There is the world ranked number 7, 27-year-old Feng Tianwei from Singapore. She is a superstar in Singapore, multiple time winner on the World Tour 4 times, and indeed she won the Grand Tour Finals in 2010. And there on the far side in blue from the Republic of Korea, YANG Haeun, 20 years old, so slightly younger than Feng Tianwei, and world ranked at number 21. Some of her credentials there from the World Championships, both from the singles, reaching the round of 32. These players have played 6 times in recent World Tour encounters, and it is Feng Tianwei who leads that head-to-head 4-2. And in fact, Feng Tianwei, Don, won the last 2 times they played, and that was in last year's Asian Cup. Played twice the same Asian Cup, in the singles and then in the consolation event. So favour seems to be along with Feng Tianwei.
She's certainly a very experienced player. She's been top of the world ranking list now for a significant period of time. She spent quite a bit of time in the top 3 in the world. Very, very talented player. I suspect here Singapore will be hoping that she can win her 2 games. She's unbeaten so far. She's won 5 out of 5 in the 3 matches that Singapore have played. But of course, the young Yang will be looking to reverse that situation, but it's Feng Tianwei to serve at the start of the first game. Each game to 11 points, and it is, of course, the best of 5 games. It's a lovely forehand topspin. Just came across the inside of the ball, faded it out wide to Yang's backhand, and it's first point to Singapore.
Love to.
Nice solid start from Feng Tianwei, 1 forehand winner. Nice backhand topspin there in the second point. It'll be interesting, Dawn, to see how this one unfolds. Feng Tianwei sometimes staying over the table as she is here, sometimes taking a step back and playing mid-distance topspins. Yang, though, likes to stay over the table, contain, block a little bit, so it'll just be interesting to see how these players face up to one another.
Yang placing the ball very well there into the body of Feng. Feng improvising with that rather cramped forehand topspin. Lost control, first point to Yang. It's now Feng with her 2 serves to come.
3-2.
The ball just catching the leading edge of Feng Tianwei's bat, flew off the end of the table, but again, Yang pinning Feng down the middle of the table. There's the Korean team looking on from the team bench.
Nice flick from Yang on the backhand, taking the initiative. Lots of players these days liking to flick on the receive of serve. Many of them favouring the backhand flick, where they actually move across the table to take that backhand. So Yang has pulled it back.
4-3.
And now leads 4-3.
Good tactics from Yang. The serve was to the middle of the table, then the backhand drive was out wide to Feng's backhand. Obviously, tactically, Yang playing a lot of shots into the body of Feng. That's 5 consecutive points for the young player from the Korean Republic.
Started well, Feng Tianwei there, Don, but just lost her way a little. First 2 points solid, now just lost her way a little bit.
She's got her 2 serves to come. She'll be looking to win these 2 points. Service, of course, is a big advantage in table tennis. Very similar to the advantage the service is in tennis. And it's interesting here, Yang's asking for the let serve. And it's not been given.
3-5.
It has been given.
More aggressive.
Brave serve, the long fast serve down the backhand, invited the backhand topspin from Yang, made the counter topspin. Second serve coming up. Again, just not quite timing the forehand topspin, just caught the top edge of the bat.
Again, it's the backhand flicked on from Yang, trying to take the advantage, trying to take the initiative, but uncharacteristic error from Feng Tianwei. Yang's up for this, though. She's giving the yaws, she's giving the fist, she's motivated. Maybe she sensed a little opportunity here to get off the blocks in the first game. Leads 7-4. Certainly putting herself in a winning position here.
As you said, Johnny, Yang's, she's staying up to that table. She's not going to move. She's slugging it out from close to the table, backhand and forehand topspins, looking to take the initiative when she can. The youngster from Korea playing exceptionally well. Bearing in mind she was 3-0 down at the beginning of this game.
5-8.
But that was a good backhand down the line from Feng. But still a 3-point lead for Yang. Oh, it touched.
9-5.
It just caught the edge of the table. Big point. 4-point lead now for Yang.
That was a big point, Don. That would have made a little bit of a difference. Good opportunity here for Yang. She is the underdog on paper, ranked at 21 in the world versus Feng Tianwei at number 7. She has 5 game points, Don, sorry.
Very impressed with her tactics there. She just threw in a slow backhand to change the pace. Paid dividends. Brave play.
And again, long serve this time. Opened up with a backhand. That is impressive. 11 points to 5. First game to YANG Haeun. So a very positive start by YANG Haeun here in the first match of this 4th round encounter of Group C in the women's team competition. Very good tactics, mixed it up plenty, different serves, and
Second game.
moved Feng Tianwei here in the foreground in red around the court. Let's see how she gets on at the beginning here of game 2.
Love 1.
Feng Tianwei got off to a great start in the first game. She took the first 3 points, but after that, it was very much all YANG Haeun. Good dominance, very strong on the backhand, good change of parallel and cross court.
1-all.
And again, she's varying it here. That time it was the long, heavy backspun service. Maybe just a little bit of a slower start overall from Feng Tianwei. Let's see how she tries to bring herself back into the match.
2-1.
Certainly motivated to do so. A jaw and a fist. She moved and played that forehand wide on the right-hand side here.
Second serve coming up. And she mistimed that forehand topspin. She stepped round the backhand to play the forehand topspin, looking to be aggressive, but didn't quite get into position. I think it's worth pointing out, Johnny, that one of the biggest shocks in the recent history of table tennis was Singapore winning this event in 2010 in Moscow. And of course, Feng Tianwei was the heroine of that win against China. The Chinese coach, Shi Hao, took a gamble, putting 2 young kids. The young kids didn't quite deliver on the day, but it's worth pointing out that those 2 young kids, Liu Shiwen and Ding Ning, are now ranked 1 and 2 in the world. So whilst it didn't work on the day, the experience gained by those 2 Chinese players, absolutely invaluable. And 4 years later, we find them at 1 and 2 in the world. Brave coaching by the then women's team coach for China, Shi Hao. Feng Tianwei now leading 4-2. Highly motivated. Feng Tianwei punching the air with her fist. A loud shout. And confirmation on the screen there. 5-2 lead.
Great to see a very experienced player, Don, be as motivated as Feng Tianwei is. On the other side of that, you could see players who've been here, seen it all, maybe not be so motivated, be tired, but certainly not the case with Feng Tianwei. She's right up for this. In fact, this match, Korea Republic and Singapore, is the rematch of the 2012 semi-final. The Koreans were the underdogs then, but on paper it's now the Singaporeans, and there Feng Tianwei, she's the only player in today's Singapore lineup who was in that semi-final contest. She leads 6-3 here in game 2.
6-4.
Of course, the Singapore coach will know that The third match on today features Lee from Singapore, and she's ranked at 159 in the world. So if there's one contest in this match that we have a strong favourite, it's that third match with Korea playing Park, who's ranked at 61 in the world. So if Feng Tianwei happens to go down here, Singapore will be under a lot of pressure. And this second game, very important. Remember, it's the best of 5. Feng Tianwei leading by 2 points. Yang with her 2 serves to come. Slightly fortunate, the ball just caught the top of the net, deviated the flight of the ball. And Feng unable to adapt to the change in direction. 7-6.
This is a big point, Don.
8-6.
Feng Tianwei more aggressive there. Nice forehand cross court.
Took it early as well, stayed close to the table, as you see there on the replay. And again, punch in the air with a fist. As you mentioned, Johnny, she's up for it, for sure. Tianwei did well. That was a brave return of serve by Yang, pushing it wide to Feng's forehand. She's very quick on her feet, got across, played the topspin, and now leads 9-6. Final serve in this sequence of 2.
It's Feng Tianwei at her best on. Beautiful backhand topspin that she's so relaxed on. Parallel. Created the opening then to have the attacking counter backhand then. And 4 game points now for Feng Tianwei to level things. 1 game point saved by YANG Haeun.
Very good backhand on the diagonal from Yang. Took the ball early. See that again on the replay.
That was an excellent shot because Feng Tianwei's backhand was actually quite low over the net and really spinny. She did well to impart more speed into that backhand, Yang. But it's Feng with serves. Surely an advantage, Dawn, to see this game through.
11-8, game to Singapore.
Feng Tianwei takes the second game, 11-8, and the players return to their corners for words of wisdom from their respective coaches.
Beautifully poised at 1 game all in this first match in what could be a long and tough battle between these 2 powerhouses of world table tennis. And as you were saying earlier, Dawn, crucial in Group C.
3rd game.
Both teams
Singapore
topping the
to
group
serve.
at the moment.
All.
The winner will likely finish top and qualify automatically for the quarterfinals. So every match is crucial.
Love 1.
Feng Tianwei just missed timing the backhand topspin there, caught the top edge, flew off. First point in this third game to Yang.
Hey. Love 1. Love.
Yang placing the ball into the body of Feng. And that's an excellent start for the youngster from the Korean Republic. 2 points against the serve, now with her 2 serves to go.
1.
Brave return of serve, the long, fast push. Good use of the wrist, cutting underneath the ball. The ball fizzing with backspin. Yang not quite able to lift the spin.
Oh, it was a nice forehand from Feng Tianwei. She just played it down the line, just broke the wrist slightly, took the pace off it slightly, didn't go for power, went for placement.
Singapore bench looking on. The Singapore coach. You can hear the shrieks of delight from Feng Tianwei.
She knows how important this one is, Don. As you were saying, if you look down the list of the world ranking in the 2 matches to come, she must certainly know how important this first opening match is for Singapore.
3, 2.
Once again, she's clenching the fist to celebrate the point. We'll see her again. Just cut short on the replay. Great atmosphere in here this morning, and it continues here this afternoon.
Good forehand topspins from Yang. Just came up the back of the ball. A lot of spin, not quite as much pace. Good variation from Yang. Taking her time, collecting her thoughts.
5-3.
This time it was Yang who mistimed the forehand topspin. Good placement from Feng into the body of Yang.
It's probably a key tactic of Feng Tianwei's is to play that ball into the middle, Don. Yang very, very comfortable over the table on both backhand and forehand. There we go again, another prime example. Feng Tianwei, if she can get it into the elbow a little bit, maybe that's where the advantage will come. On the other side, YANG Haeun clearly trying to move Feng Tianwei around quite a lot. She's playing lots of variation on her placement, so interesting just to see the tactics develop here.
It's interesting with world-class players, one of the characteristics for me is their ability to spray the ball around the table. They're equally happy going down the line as they are on the diagonal. And both these players doing exactly that. Having said that, there we were pinning each other on the diagonal. But as we've seen in previous points, both with forehand and backhand, both players happy to go down the line. Hallmarks of a great player. Yang 2 points adrift, but now 2 serves to come. Again, Feng Tianwei into the body. See here, Yang plays from a trap position. There it is, she steps across, plays the backhand from an awkward position, hits it off the end of the table.
Definitely the tactic there, Don. Down the middle from Feng Tianwei.
8-4.
Bit more spin there on the forehand. So playing placement and different speeds from Tianwei now, just to try to mix it up for YANG Haeun. Otherwise, the Koreans very comfortable with the same tempo each time. Advantage Singapore here, 8-4, game 3, and the serve.
9-4.
Great point.
Look how early she's taking the backhand here on this near side. Yang Haeun, super timing. Really solid technique. Despite a long serve, drifted a little bit. She was able to counter topspin there, Yang Haeun. Feng Tianwei looked as if she picked the serve up and taken advantage. Well played from the Korean. Keeps herself in this third game.
Dangerous tactic. Serve mid-table, invite the topspin, and then take on the counter topspin. It worked on that occasion for Yang. That backhand from Yang just caught the top of the net, flicked it off the end of the table, and Feng Tianwei now with 4 game points. Taking her time as she walks back to the table. She has her 2 serves to come. And again, the backhand just catching the top of the net off the end of the table. And that is now a 2-1 lead for Feng Tianwei. Confirmation on the screen as the players go back to their respective corners.
I just wonder, Dawn, has Yang Haeun missed her opportunity? Hasn't quite performed in games 2 and 3 as she did do in the first opening game, and world-ranked number 7 Feng Tianwei may well have found her rhythm here.
I think Feng Tianwei tactically is playing really well, as you mentioned earlier, Johnny. She's varying the pace of the ball. She's using spin coming up the back of the ball, and she's also moving the ball around the table. There we saw the first point. Backhand down the line wins the point. So a very, very impressive performance so far by Feng. Bearing in mind, she lost the first game 11-6, I think the score was. 11-5, in fact. But she's played super table tennis in games 2 and 3.
She's just managing to mix it up enough, as you say there, Dawn, so that Yang Haeun, she hasn't got a rhythm since the first game, making mistakes now, which is, you know, uncharacteristic. But it's good tactics, as you say, from Feng. Nice ball from Yang Haeun there, though. Moved round in the backhand corner. Took the ball early. Lovely forehand counter topspin. So 2-1 in games, 2-1 in points.
Slightly fortunate, Feng Tianwei. In fairness, she acknowledged her good fortune. Feng pinning the ball into the body of Yang. And a timeout called by the Korean coach. And I don't know, Johnny, but I sense this game is drifting away from Yang. 3 points adrift.
What would you be saying, Don, if you were the coach? Is it not obvious that Feng Tianwei keeps playing into the middle, and can't the Korean coach spot that, say something?
I think at this stage, it's almost a case of throw caution to the wind for Yang. Step across, play the forehands. When the ball comes down the middle of the table, step across, try and get in with a strong forehand topspin, spray the ball around the table. But Feng Tianwei certainly hit a rich vein of form at the moment.
It's all very easy, of course, sometimes from the commentary box. Understandably, YANG Haeun, she's only 20 years of age, so she hasn't got vast amounts of experience as her opponent, Feng Tianwei, but the role of a coach, absolutely crucial. So let's see if she does doing that indeed. Dawn comes round into the middle of the table, becomes more aggressive. That's great play from Feng, though.
It's one of the few times we've seen Yang forced away from the table. There she steps back and looks a little bit like a fish out of water when she's away from the table.
Feng Tianwei moving well. That was a good receive from YANG Haeun. Got an angle across the backhand into Feng Tianwei's backhand, but lovely sidewards movement. Full aggressive backhand from the Singaporean. And now 6-1 as the arena erupts. The Yo-Yo-Gi gymnasium here, alive and well, I can tell you. The atmosphere is fantastic. Feng Tianwei now leads 7-1. And is she about to take Singapore into a 1-0 lead here?
It would be a brave man to back against that, Johnny. 7-2. Feng in great form as well. And she did well. That was a great backhand down the line by the youngster on the screen there. But Feng Tianwei was equal to it, quick on her feet. And she spun the ball back deep. 8-2, 6-point lead. And of course, Feng now with her 2 serves to come. I think Feng was a little surprised to see that topspin come back. Yang did well, anticipated the direction well, managed to get the block, slowed it down. Well done, Yang. Held her ground. Stayed close to the table, took Feng on, backhand to backhand. There we see the backhand to backhand encounter. And then she steps around, plays the forehand. It was Yang being the more positive of the 2 players during that point. And it paid dividends. 2 points against the serve. If she takes 2 points with the serve, it could get interesting. And there's the first one.
Interesting, yeah, indeed, interesting there. She's just signalled for a timeout there, Dawn. Feng Tianwei.
3 points on the run for Yang. And again, a very clever timeout. Still 3-point lead for Feng Tianwei.
I think it looks as if Feng Tianwei's given the signal. She maybe feels, yeah, there you go. She feels she's losing a little bit of momentum, as you say, Dawn. 3 points in a row. And maybe just lost concentration a little bit. Feeling the need to relax, take 1 minute, reaffirm the tactics with the coach.
So important, the psychological side of this game, as indeed it is in many sports, if not all sports. The momentum certainly had shifted to Yang, 3 consecutive points. How do you break that momentum? Well, of course, now each player has 1 timeout during the match. Sometimes the coach will call timeout, sometimes the player. As you spotted there, Johnny, it was Feng who called the timeout. Wise decision. But the interesting observation now will be to see how Feng starts following the timeout.
Clearly still in a commanding position, but points can pass quickly in this sport. 5-8.
Well done, Yang.
She's come back into it. A little bit of belief as well now. Pressure now for the world number 7 from Singapore in red.
She has her 2 serves, of course. Let's see how she uses them. Maybe the long, fast one into the backhand.
Net.
Or the nervy one that just clips the net.
She went for the short one to the backhand, and it was almost too short. but it just managed to trickle over the net, fortunately for Feng Tianwei.
Oh, it's a good receive. She's done well. She's created a great point there, YANG Haeun. Great receive. Fascinating end to this fourth game.
5 points on the run for Yang. Can she keep it going? This is a big point. Pivotal moment, business end of this fourth game. And the serve drifted long. And Yang in with the forehand topspin. Well done to the youngster. Great recovery. And this now is an interesting psychological moment in the game. Yang probably felt she had nothing to lose. Now she thinks, I can win this game. How is that going to impact on her?
9-8.
She had a little bit of good fortune. She threw that backhand topspin up. Let's watch it again on the replay. There it goes up in the air, thick edge, but it deviated the flight of the ball. And would you believe it?
Fortune favours the brave. She's going for it here, YANG Haeun.
And what a brave serve. Long, fast rocket serve on the diagonal. What's that serve? There it is. Top edge of Feng Tianwei's bat.
Incredible. We could be going to a fifth and decisive game here.
Backhand down the line from Feng. So she's broken that run of 8 consecutive points for Yang. But she still faces one more game point.
Oh, she's going across for the
11-9.
receive on the
Game to
backhand,
Korea.
across onto the forehand side. She was indeed positive on the receive, Dawn. Fully deserves that. What a comeback. 8-2 down she trailed. Wins the fourth game there on screen, 11 points to 9. And we have a fifth and decisive game here in the opening match. Fantastic stuff.
And so the players return to the table for the fifth and final game. A few minutes ago, we thought this first match was done and dusted, as they say, but a great comeback by the youngster from the Korean Republic. And it's now Feng serving at the start of the decisive game, and she takes the first point. A long push from Yang, but she pushed it a little bit too long off the end of the table. Brave return. The tactics were good, the execution not quite as good.
Love to.
And that one just, again, just caught the edge of the racket. I think the tables are playing a little bit slow. Quite a few times now we've seen players just mistime, slightly mistime their strokes.
Ah, super table tennis, right over the table. Both players really close. Nice early backhands. Change of speed and spin on the forehand. Wonderful table tennis. And Feng Tianwei, Dawn, I guess she'll be slightly relieved with the start she's made here in this deciding game.
I think there she's telling herself, keep your concentration, wagging the finger to herself. But as you say, perfect start so far for Feng Tianwei. Players will change ends when the first player makes 5 points. Feng, of course, will be looking to make 5 points on this point, but she overhits the backhand from the middle of the table. Yang now with her 2 serves to come. Psychologically, make a big difference to Yang. If she's 5-3 down, 5-4 down when the change ends, it's still anybody's game. 5-1 makes it rather tough.
And again, the psychology could come into play in the other regard, Dawn. Feng Tianwei might just remember how YANG Haeun came back in that previous 4th game. Fascinating to watch how this unfolds now. Korean back with the serve at 2-4.
Interesting tactics. Yang playing everything into Feng's backhand. She's not playing anything out to the forehand at the moment. Here we see on the replay, did really well there. Feng Tianwei got a net, moved the ball, but Yang was able to adapt, and that's 3 points on the run.
Oh, both players going for it here. Fast and ferocious stuff up over the table. Fair play to Yang again. Trailed already here in this decisive game, but she's come right back into it. And look at that motivation.
So what could have been a 5-0 lead for Feng as the players change ends, now at best is going to be 5-4. And she could, of course, find herself 5-4 down if Yang can take this point against the serve.
Good change up from Feng. Went round, played aggressive, took the initiative with the forehand. Experience coming through, perhaps.
We've not seen her do that a lot in this match so far. Step round the backhand to play the forehand topspin, but she did it very well. And she has a 1-point lead as the players change end in the 5th and final game. Feng with her 2nd serve coming up.
Big point this. 5-4. An unusual error from YANG Haeun on the backhand, and she looks a little bit disappointed herself. No time to let the disappointment dwell. Straight back into it. Fast serve this time.
Again, the leading edge of the racket, the ball flies off the end, slightly mistiming the ball. And it's now 7-4 lead for Feng. 3 points on the run for the Singaporean.
7-5.
Just trying to touch the ball tight over the net, Feng Tianwei. Just didn't quite have the touch on that occasion. Just didn't lift the ball sufficiently.
Nice variation though, Dawn, on the serve from YANG Haeun. The first serve of the 2 was fast and topspun into the backhand of Feng Tianwei. That one was underspin or backspin short into the forehand. Clever play from the 20-year-old. And now it's the 27-year-old with the serve.
That's a great return from Yang. Good touch. A very delicate shot to touch the ball back tight over the net. You've got to read the spin, then have the soft hand so you can control the ball. 1 minute it's delicate touch skills, then it's explosive power. Table tennis of the highest order here.
That's wonderful defense from Yang. She was under pressure from the Singaporean topspins. Watch how she just absorbs that pressure and yet has the confidence and the time to just exert a little bit more direction and speed on that last block into the backhand of Feng Tianwei. Wonderful stuff. 2-2, 7-7. Anybody's match, Dawn.
7-8.
Fascinating how the game's gone, this 5th and final. 4 consecutive points for Feng Tianwei. Yang responds, winning 4 on the run. Feng wins 3 on the run. Yang wins 3 on the run. And now Tianwei takes the lead, 8-7. Yang can't allow to have a run of points on this occasion.
9-7.
I'm not sure that was the right choice of serve from Yang. She's served well, but she's gone for the top spin, a little bit bouncy. Feng Tianwei, fair play. She's read it well. She's gone for it. Nice backhand flick. Gives herself a 2-point advantage now and is just 2 points away from victory.
I think we'll see the short serve here from Feng Tianwei, and then she'll look to get in with the top spin. Short to the forehand. The ball
9-7.
just catching the top of the net. Well spotted by the umpire. Will she vary it now with the long, fast serve or stick with the short one? I think I'd be sticking with the short one.
Oh, wonderful movement this time from Feng Tianwei. Beautiful footwork. Holding her distance, though, so that she can take the ball reasonably high. Playing with positive top spins. And Dawn, 3 match points here.
Good forehand topspin there from Feng from the backhand side into the body. Can she do it again? She doesn't need to. Yang hitting the ball off the side of the table.
Singapore.
And Feng Tianwei wins the 5th and final game, 11-7. And Korea take a 1-0 lead. Correction there, of course. It's Singapore who take a 1-0 lead. Feng Tianwei, as we see, confirmed on the screen, winning by 3 games to 2 against the youngster from the Korean Republic, YANG Haeun. Well done, Feng Tianwei.